Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today, and you're probably wondering, what the fuck? Why are you playing as China? Communist China! The People's Republic of China! Well, I have a very good explanation for this. I have multiple explanations. First, let's explain. Don't worry, we're still doing the Novus Imperium Romanum. However, the Commissar Bro is incredibly busy, and this is something I have wanted to do from the for weeks, truly. I've been wanting to do a Let's Play as the People's Republic of China, because in Hearts of Iron 2 and Darkest Hour, my favorite country to play as in that game was the People's Republic of China. It's really hard to play as Communist China in those games, and this game, it's a lot easier. It's surprisingly easier, but it's still a lot of fun. So, what I thought I would do is just kind of show you guys, through a couple of episodes, how to play as China. That's right. So what we're basically going to do is we are going to unify China. That's right. This whole big block right here. We're going to take this bad boy over, no matter who gets in our way. And I guarantee, my friends, that we can do it before 1945. Realistically, I don't think the Communist Chinese actually managed to defeat the Kuomintang, or the Nationalist Chinese, who would be this country right here, until around 1948, I think? I don't remember specifically when. But needless to say, this makes for an incredibly interesting area. And it's one that's often overlooked in World War II history. Nowadays, it's getting a lot more proper attention, as it should, because the war in the Far East was probably one of the most important in terms of overall casualties and effect on the war. Truly, Japan's containment in the East, it can only be said that it assisted the Allies in eventually defeating the fascists in the West. That's right. Like, can you imagine, assuming, let's say, just do a hypothetical. Let's say Japan, and like say the U.S. didn't get involved, and Japan actually managed to overcome the Chinese. That could have been a very interesting scenario. It could have also meant that the Japanese would have opened a front on the Soviet Union, even though, you know, there was some sporadic fighting between them throughout the war. So yes, it could be interesting. It could be very interesting to assume what would happen. So needless to say, playing as the People's Republic of China makes for a very interesting scenario, and it's quite often that this area gets overlooked. So, with that out of the way, research slots available. We're going to start out by researching, you guessed it, Weapons 1. That's right, baby. We're going to go ahead and go straight for the upgrades. We're going to need those weapon upgrades here in the near future. There's not really all that much we can upgrade right now, as you can see. We can build land forts if that's what we want to do, but I'm not too keen on building land forts at the moment. So instead, we're basically just going to allow our civilian factories to not do jack squat. And instead, we're going to take our extra military factories and put them into producing more weapons. Oh, it looks like we found a use for one of our civilian factories. We can trade it off to get us some resources. We're going to need some steel, baby. That's right. Let's go ahead and get it from the Soviet Union. That seems like a safe bet. We're going to go ahead and unite this army together as one, put it under Mao Zedong, and we're going to go ahead and put the front line here. That seems like a safe bet. That's right. Now, our overall objective is we're going to attack this country first. That's right. We're going to make this one a bitch. I can't remember which one. Oh, Shaanxi. That's right. So, basically, my overall plan is this. We're going to get our forces, and we're going to take over Shaanxi first. After we take over Shaanxi, we're going to move to the west and take over Xibei Sanma, and then we're going to take over Xinjiang. By the time that we take over Xinjiang, if we've done it properly and fast enough, we should be looking at a possible war with Menkukuo in Japan. But what we're going to do is align ourselves towards the Soviet Union and get on terms with Big Brother in the North, because let's be honest, the Soviet Union is going to be our best friend in the coming months. We could try to ally with the Allies, but frankly, I don't like teaming up with the Allies in any of my playthroughs. I feel like the Allies can be overpowered and not a whole lot of fun, to play against. So, needless to say, I'm not too concerned about that. What we're also going to do is we're going to build us... we want to put that on infinite. We're going to build us some more Renmin Jundui. So we're going to put them up there in the north in Shaanxi. Let's add 4. Have 4 total units. I think that's good. No, let's do 3. You know what? It's early enough that 3 is probably a safe bet. And let's go ahead and press play, baby. Phenomenal. Alright. Oh, yeah. Right. National focus. We got to do that as well. Well, it seems like the best way to go is to go straight for industrial effort. We don't have many factories, and China's going to need some factories. And let's just go ahead and do strategic redeployment, guys. There we go. Get moving. Move as fast as you can. And we're going to need to resupply and get this army back up to shape if it's going to be effective enough to defeat our allies. Might I also mention that playing as Communist China is pretty fun with some of the mods that exist currently on the workshop, such as the Expanded Industry mod, or even the China Expansion Pack mod, which has been localized to English now, if I'm not mistaken. So that's something else you should keep in mind if you're a fan of Chinese playthroughs. That's right. I haven't actually tried playing as anybody else with those, like Yunnan or Guangxi Click, or the Kuomintang version of China. But I have played as this one, and I can say it can make for some pretty interesting gameplay. So now that our army is pretty much in position and we're getting all of our dudes set up, we're going to justify our war goal. We are going to basically ask for these 2 core states. We still don't have enough political power. Hold on a second. Let's get that political power first. Alright, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Boom, there we go. So now we have enough. We're going to send it on our way, and we're going to take this mamma jamma. Burn it to the ground, baby. That's what Daddy's talking about. So how long is it going to take? Alright, the 2nd of June, 1936. It's currently February. So basically, there's literally nothing we can do at the moment. We just have to wait for our war justification to complete. In the meantime, we're pretty much just resupplying our troops, making sure it gets the reinforcements it needs, which it is, very slowly. Actually, what's our production at? 30 infantry equipment a day. We're going to need a total of 2,536. No bueno, sir. No bueno at all. What we're also going to do later on down the road is we're going to kick out service by requirement. I don't like it. The effect it has on factory output and construction speed is a pain in the ass, to put lightly. So we don't need to worry too much about that. But we do need another armament factory. Let's go ahead and start heading down that line. And next, we're going to go towards the left line, go all the way down, basically to get us another research slot. We're pretty much going to want those research slots because, obviously, being Communist China, we've only got 2 for now, so it's a little early. Needless to say, this is basically what we're doing, and I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit so you guys don't have to listen to me talk. Okay, well, here's something interesting. The Spanish Civil War has kick-started with the nationalists declaring war on Republican Spain. Now, most of the time, this war tends to go in favor of the Republicans from, you know, the game, as far as the game's concerned. So it'll be interesting to see how they do this time around. Normally, the Soviet Union sends more than enough supplies to the Republicans to beat the tar out of the nationalists. So I'm kind of interested to see who's going to win that. Now, of course, in the real war, well, not in the real war, but in real history, the nationalists defeated the Republican Spanish. So, yes, I'm pretty sure that's going to end exactly how we think it will. And again, that is with a Republican victory. I think that's how it's going to end anyway. It might not, but, you know, it changes from time to time. But I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to end. And boom, we just got more weapons. Infantry equipment 1, baby. That's what Daddy's talking about right there. Alright, so we're also going to go for motorized infantry. That's another important one. And we're going to start going down land doctrine. Should we go down land doctrine? Should we do that? Maybe we should go for engineering. Or not engineering, industry. We should probably go for this one. Maybe. Maybe we should. Maybe we shouldn't. Fuck it. Let's go for it. 74 days. Not bad. Let's see. We've got another factory. There we go. So we'll be producing more of that. We'll go ahead and swap over to infantry 1 weapons to give us that extra little boost Yeah, there we go. And our justification just finished. So that means war will be declared. So we're basically going to kick off this bad mamma jamma declaring war on Shaanxi. We should also ask for military access from Mongolia. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Ooh, non-aggression pact with Russia. That's what Daddy's talking about. There we go. Yeah, okay. Alright. Soviet Union accepted it. Soviet Union's liking us. Good, that's what we want. So should we declare war now? Let's hold on a second before we do that. I want to make sure I am on perfect terms with old Stalin, good old Uncle Joe, so that we can join his faction whenever we get a little bit deeper in the shit. So, okay, well, that's good enough. Anyway, to war with Shaanxi. We'll go ahead and send our men on the mission, get them kicking up and rolling, and basically we're going to make this unit pretty much go straight for Taiwan. Taiwan? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't really know how to... I took 2 years of Chinese, but I still have trouble pronouncing some of the names from time to time. So don't expect me to be an expert. You'll be very, very disappointed, my friend. Let me tell you. Alright, so I figured if we push and we take the capital, we're already well on our way to dominating the dog shit out of Shaanxi. Yeah, look at this. We're just strolling right along. It's a good thing that Shaanxi doesn't really have any forces on this front with us. Truly, I guess they are caught by surprise because they're expecting to not get attacked from the rear. But, you know, frankly, I don't give a fuck. Alright, boom, there we go. So that's how you start out with with Communist China. We stroll right into Shaanxi and take it over like the dirty dogs we are. That's right. I dig it. I dig it. So, that is a great place to start, and that's a great place to stop in this case. I'm happy with how this is turning out, and we can go ahead and go to extensive conscription, and we still have enough men. That takes a lot of load off of our economy now. Now, training time is still plus 10%, but units are going to be created much faster, which I'm happy about. We still don't have any space for additional factories or anything like that, so there's not a whole bunch we can do there. But we can build air bases, or we can build anti-air or infrastructure. Truly, we're probably going to need some infrastructure at some point. Yes, and what else do we have? We have 2 factories building that. How long is it going to take? It's going to take a year almost. It's going to take 10 months? That's ridiculous. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're going to enjoy this series as much as I'm going to enjoy playing it. Like I said, this is probably the most fun I've had with this game, is playing as Communist China and recreating the new China in a sense. It's a lot of fun, and it's actually pretty easy, surprisingly enough. So, compared to the other games where it was not easy at all. But anyway, this has been CB. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.